Hello, my name is Abby Bryant. I'm in the Early Childhood Education program at Miami Valley CTC. The project I've chosen is career investigation, and the career I will be investigating is kindergarten teacher. So this template allowed me to set goals for myself and identify what I wanted to take from this project. It allowed me to both organize and set up a plan to make sure I achieve these goals. So to begin, I assessed myself, and the first test I took was the Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences test. So the intelligence that I was the highest in was interpersonal, and some of the strongest strengths in this are you communicate very well, are skilled at nonverbal communication, see situations from different perspectives, create positive relationships with others, and resolve conflicts in group settings. Knowing these, it makes me very confident going into the teaching profession that I will not only be able to identify what children are communicating to me, but also sympathize with them. So my highest learning style was active learning. And again, this made me very confident because being an active learner allows you to do very well in large group activities, which I will use very much in teaching young elementary students. So for my personality test, I am a console, and it allowed me to reflect upon who I am as both an employee, a friend, a coworker, and as all of those things, I have the strong ability to take charge, give respect, and use teamwork. All of these are so important in the teaching profession, and not only do I reflect upon this myself, but it also recommends teaching and administrating to me as future careers. So the career test I took shows that I have 100% interest level in education, and this was no surprise to me. This let me know that I would both be successful and happy in this field based on my personality. So the median pay for teachers in the bottom is shown as about 58,125 a year, and here at this top chart, it's about 59,420 a year. These are shown from different years. The bottom is 2018 and the top is 2019. Some job duties as a kindergarten teacher really include not only teaching, but doing administrative things behind the scenes, keeping up with the grade book, making sure you're meeting developmental standards, introducing all of the age-appropriate curriculum, and also keeping up to date with what is needed and going on in the education field. Some teaching skills include instructing, monitoring, coordination, speaking, active listening, active learning, time management, persuasion, and reading comprehension. And along with this, some abilities include creativity, memorization, leadership, dependability, and initiative. So looking at the education requirements, you first have to begin with earning a bachelor's degree. Then you can complete a student internship, which is student teaching, obtain your teaching certificate, apply for jobs, and depending on which state you are teaching in, you may have to earn a graduate degree. And to find out the specific state requirements, you will go to the Board of Education for that specific state. And looking in the top right-hand corner, it shows the job outlook. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics expects the employment rate for teachers to increase by 4% before 2028. The average salary for a kindergarten teacher in Ohio, base salary is about $13.52. So I am currently a junior at MVCTC, and although this year has been different and we haven't been able to go on job sites or have the preschool in person, I have had the opportunity to create lesson plans, create materials, create block plans, and really gain the experience of walking through a preschool day, although I haven't had the experience to teach students. Last year during the school year, I took a day and I job shadowed at an AM and PM class at Anthony Wayne Preschool. And the main thing I took away here was watching them assess their children and really understanding the background of that and different ways to assess each student. So I'm currently working at St. Clair Academy in Eaton, Ohio. This is a daycare and preschool. And Monday through Wednesday, since I don't go to school, I'm able to work there about 9 to 6, which means I am involved in their preschool. Not only do I get to assist in teaching and working on activities with them, but I also get to see the background of it and see the organization, the assessment, the filing, the paperwork, which I think is very important because I don't get that as much at CTC. So in this top picture, I'm working individually with a child doing a fine motor activity tracing a triangle, or a square, I'm sorry. And in the bottom picture, I'm doing a group activity, placing snowballs on the appropriate labeled snowman. I am in Tri-High Y, Hope Squad, FCCLA, was recently inducted to National Honor Society. I am also in 4-H and play softball. Tri-High Y is a Christian girls organization that I have been in since my freshman year. Hope Squad is a suicide prevention group that was chosen by both peers and teachers and administrators. And both of these groups, from my freshman year to now, we have collected for UNICEF, the food bank, and for Hope Squad, we created and ran a fair, which all the proceeds went to suicide prevention. I am also in 4-H, which I've been in for 8 years, and the biggest community service that I think I've done since beginning was 2019. We helped with the tornado cleanup in Northridge. And softball is a huge part of my life, and I've played for 12 years, and it has truly built my character and who I am today. Here's an example of a lesson plan I've created in the past semester. Lesson plans are very useful to just make an activity very organized and allow structure when a teacher may have to step out so that there's no questions on what exactly to do. It also allowed you to make sure you're meeting all developmental standards. Here's a training profile. Trainings allow me to not only learn and be aware of situations that may occur, but it also helps me going into the workforce, having these trainings so I don't have to do it later on. These are some preschool activity sites. Each of them have their own strengths and weaknesses, but it's very important to know your options for lesson plans, materials, specialized themes, and having your options to know what resources you have available when needed. Here's some childhood associations. Each of these have their own opportunities to help families out, help you out, and help your colleagues out. So it's important to know these so you can offer resources to, like I said, your colleagues and each of your students' families. The standards that I chose were designing a career blueprint. When designing a career blueprint, it's very important, no matter what field you're going into, to have an organized plan to make sure you stay on track and are meeting all your goals. Building relationships is so important in the teaching profession, to have a respectful and trusted relationship with your colleagues, your boss, and all of your students and their parents so that you can all reach one common goal. Nurturing and caring for children is a huge part of the teaching profession and something I am most passionate about because I think it's so important, especially at a young age, to give each child the smile that they might not get at home and give each child the equal opportunity from a young age. Managing a life plan is similar to creating a blueprint, but managing a life plan allows you to set things up financially and time-wise to make sure that you are set beyond finding your career and in your everyday life. Finally, family and human services allows you to make sure that your students are safe, your classroom is safe, and when they leave your classroom, you are giving them the resources to make sure that they are remaining safe at home. My high school plan really began when I came to CTC, and not only in my lab am I going to be earning college credit, experience, and my CDA certification, but outside of the lab, I'm also taking college credit courses offered on and off campus. So at the end of this year, I'll have about 33 and a half credit hours. And at the end of next year, I plan on having about 30, which is equivalent to about 2 years, which is all my general education classes in college. Along with this, I've taken the ACT once already and plan on taking it 2 more times and having the intention of super scoring to impress colleges in hopes of getting a scholarship. Along with this, I have been inducted into my homeschool honor society and plan on keeping my academic and attendance records up to be recognized for CTC's honor society. I am also on track to receive my honors diploma from both N and MVCTC, which is something I'm not only proud of, but something that will impress future colleges. I plan on attending IU East. This will allow me to commute from home, saving money from room and board, and IU East offers in-state tuition to my homeschool. IU East can offer me a pathway that allows me to finish even sooner than the 2 years. And here on the right side of the screen are the courses that are usually required for your bachelor's degree. And on the left-hand side is all of the finances. And after subtracting room and board and in-state tuition, the most I'd have to pay for each year is about $10,000 to $12,000. And I hope to get at least half of that covered in scholarship.